Welcome to Just to Know You, the podcast that interviews regular people at SAES and finds out they are far from regular.
That's right. I'm your host, Darian Batten.
And I'm Angela Kerskaden.
Let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us on the Just to Know You podcast. We have Miss Angela, so this is our first one.
Hello. Yeah, we're teaming up today. We have such a big guest that we needed two of us.
We have with us today Miss Maryam. She's an Arabic teacher on Dahran's campus who loves to teach, who loves her coffee, and loves her local volunteer work. And if you don't like any of those, she also loves boxing, so keep it to yourself. So thank you for being with us, Miss Maryam.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
How did you get your start here on Dahran, teaching in Dahran?
Yeah, it's a long story, but I want to talk about it in the end. This is the third year here in SAES. First, I worked at DDCC for 2 years, and then I moved to Dahran Health School as an Arabic language teacher.
And you said DD.
CC, Dahran Daycare Center.
Oh.
Yeah, as a lead teacher with
So
2 years old. Yeah.
Are you from this area? Are you from Dahran?
Yeah, I was born in Dammam, and I'm from Saudi Arabia, Eastern Province. And my mother from UAE, United Arab Emirates. And I have 4 sisters. They are all in Dubai, and 2 brothers. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You have a lot of kids in your family.
Yeah, and my nieces and nephews are 15, and the 16 is coming soon.
So what do you like to do on your spare time? What are some of your hobbies?
I love boxing, and I have been boxing for 3 years, but I haven't gotten into any amateur boxing match yet because in the past years, we didn't have championships held in Saudi Arabia, especially for women. Clearly, in 2018, we had only 6 gyms in Saudi that had boxing in them. And today we have 57, and the increase of participant groups by 300% by just hosting one event. It was in Riyadh. So the Ministry of Sport hosts these events to showcase to others what the international standard is. And the good news is the Saudi Boxing Federation will hold 8 upcoming championships in several regions of the kingdom. 2 of them here in Dammam and Khobar, and they are for all categories. So maybe you'll see me after 2 months, inshallah, in Khobar or
Really?
Dammam. Yeah. So this is in my plan. I would like to take the opportunity and share with you that the last week our kick-off team won first place in the Kingdom Open Muay Thai Championship for all categories. And our championships earned about 13 gold medals. So congratulations to us. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Wow,
thank you.
that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So you said that you train as a boxer, as an amateur.
Yeah.
Are you going professional?
Why not? Yeah, this is in my plan now. I work on it, but I don't see myself because I start now with a new coach, so I still learn boxing. So, but I want to participate in championship, so I feel more confident.
What motivated you to start?
It came from my friend. My friend, his name is Atiq, and he's working in Aramco now. Congratulations to him. He joined us last month because I worked with him as a volunteer, with the children. And one day he said, Maryam, why you don't do boxing? I said, what? No boxing here in Saudi Arabia, especially for women. He said, no, we have in our gym, kick-off gym, and you can join us. And because I see that you love MMA and you are interested, but you didn't try. I said, no, I didn't. Then I went with him to the gym. I watched a match, I mean. And then, I said, I want to try, but it was too hard, So I started with the coach, yeah. And she was from Morocco. And then I try another now with fourth coach. Mashallah, four. Yeah, but the last one is Coach Jawad, and I'm happy with him. Yeah, he's a professional. Yeah, and he's famous, So I'm gonna learn a lot of him. Yeah, in boxing.
What is it that you like about boxing?
It keeps my mind clear and my body always energized. Make me feel confidence, more confidence, and strong. Yeah, I can throw the negativity. Yeah, but I wanna say important thing. Boxing not for fight. Yeah, not only for fight. Yeah.
What does a training day look like, or a training routine?
Yeah, three days in a week: Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for an hour. In the beginning, it was for 2 hours, then 1.5 hour, now 1 hour, because I'm professional now. I'm kidding. Maybe then 30 minutes. then you don't need to train Maryam. Yeah. So now an hour. Yeah.
And so when you go there,
Mhm.
could you walk us through like a workout of what you would do when you arrive at the gym? And okay, how do you start? Do you run? Do you
Yeah, we start
spar?
run for 15 minutes and then stretch, and then we start train with the coach and fight, and then the last is sparring. Sometimes, not every day. Yeah, sparring. Yeah. If you are ready, the coach will ask you, Miriam, are you ready to fight today with, let's say, with Ahmed, with Sarah? I said yes, I'm ready, because he had to ask you, before. Yeah.
Does it hurt when you're sparring? Does it hurt to get punched in the face?
Yeah, it hurts sometimes. Yeah, I got two in my face before, but I'm glad that's not school at that. Because my students, what will gonna say or ask, that's why you have to protect your face. You have to be, to be careful, and yeah. But my students know that I'm doing boxing.
Oh, that is so cool. I love that you do boxing. I think it's amazing. And I hope that
Yeah.
the sport in Saudi just continues to get more popular and
Yeah,
more and
I'm
more
proud
women.
and glad of what happened here in Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
What do you think? Should we move on to asking you about coffee? I'm so interested to see where this will go.
Yeah, I love all types of coffee, and especially drip coffee V60. And I hold a certificate in coffee roasting from the United States with Dr. Muhannad. He is a surgeon and owner of one of the best coffee roasters here in the kingdom. So I hold this certificate, and I'm interested in coffee. And if you come into my classroom, you will see my coffee corner, not corners. Yeah. So yeah, I'm passionate about coffee, and always looking about the new type of beans, and here in Saudi Arabia we have that in Asir. And I talked about it in the belonging conference, because we have three types: dark, light, and medium roast. For Saudi coffee, I prefer medium roast. For the V60, dark roast. Yeah, because I love it strong.
What
Yeah.
is V60? What is?
The,
Could you explain that to us?
it's a drip coffee. You use filter. I don't know what you call it in the United States, but we call it V60, and some people know it as drip coffee, and using a filter. Yeah,
Right.
and it's take about 4 minutes to make, and you have
So
to
you-
you have to roast the coffee beans before. Yeah, because you have it fresh.
So you don't do like cappuccinos or you do straight.
Yeah, but I drink cappuccino, but it's not my cup of tea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good pun.
Yeah.
How many cups of coffee do you have a day?
3 or 4 without Saudi coffee, because we have Saudi coffee every evening. This is in our culture,
Right.
with
Yeah.
family. Yeah, we sit in the evening and we drink Saudi coffee. This is every day, and in the morning I start my morning with coffee with milk. Not black coffee. Yeah, or hot cocoa with espresso. Okay, and then after 3 hours with V60, afternoon V60, before I leave work V60. So this is 4 times maybe, and then at home I only drink Saudi coffee.
What makes Saudi coffee different than other coffees?
The same, if we talk about caffeine, it's the same, as strong as American coffee.
Does
Yeah.
it taste
But
different?
the taste is different. Yeah, it's with cardamom and saffron. Yeah, it's two different. And I talked about it in one of my workshop. It's about coffee culture in Saudi Arabia, the Belonging Conference. I taught them, sorry, how they make Saudi coffee. It's too different, and it's take 15 to 20 minutes, and it's too strong and different taste. Maybe at the first time when you try it, you're not gonna like it. But maybe then, okay, said no, the taste is different and it's strong. Yeah.
So you have coffee right before you go to bed, and it doesn't
Yes.
keep you awake?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, yeah, I'm fine because I told you I drink coffee in the evening. So yeah, and it's strong. So I go to the bed, but I go to the bed around 1 a.m.
Miriam, what?
So I sleep for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you not tired?
No, you see me now?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah. Last night I went to the bed 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm fine, I can't sleep more than 4 hours, Yeah.
That
And I
part's
went to the doctor, because I think this is the problem. I said, doctor, why I can't sleep? Why? What's wrong? He said, you are fine. And we did the test, because I always keep moving. So that's why I thought something psychology or something in my body. He said, no, you are fine. And he didn't ask me to stop coffee, He
Good,
didn't. Yeah. This is not the
good.
reason, he said. Yeah.
I find it really interesting because the Middle East culture is a late night culture. Like people
Yeah.
like to stay up late. And so when we came here and I learned that Aramco's working hours are 7 a.m. to 4, I thought, well, that's really early. And I was surprised for being
Yeah.
in a culture where people like to stay up late that they start work so early.
Yeah, even our kids, they don't go to the bed early like your children,
No, I
Yeah,
know.
it's if you hear that Saudi child went to the bed at 8, it's weird, Or is his mom Saudi or his dad? No, I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even my nephews and niece from UAE, and they don't go to the bed early,
Yeah, that's so funny. Darian, do you drink coffee?
I do. I've drunk it more since I've moved to the Middle East. I never drunk coffee before coming here.
Okay.
But only in the Middle East, like when you come in and you go to a hotel and there's coffee.
So what's your favorite type of coffee?
I'm not sure. I like a French pressed coffee.
Okay.
I do like a
Wow.
French press. I think it takes away some of the bitterness. I have learned and grown accustomed to Saudi coffee
Awesome.
because of just having it so much, and then you learn to miss the cardamom if it's not in there. If you've had it a lot, I'm not sure. I like a little vanilla sometimes flavoring in the coffee. I'm all over the place because I'm not necessarily a connoisseur. You seem like a purist. Like you seem like a coffee
Yeah.
purist. I'm all over the place as I'm just learning really how to drink it and all the different combinations that it can make. What about yourself, Angela?
Yeah, we bought an espresso machine a couple of years ago, and that was kind of the end of it once we got that.
You know how to use it?
I do. I have.
Great.
And then I was always have one a day. And then the pandemic meant like I was just at home and I was like, oh, I'll have another one. So now I have 2 a day. I think that's super interesting that you are such a devoted coffee drinker that you are what's your certification in with coffee?
And coffee roasting.
Do you have plans with coffee?
Until now, I don't have any plan, I don't have any plan. My friends ask me, Maryam, you'll have your own business or a cafe. I don't think about it now,
You work at SAES, which is predominantly North American employees, and you are from Saudi Arabia. What are some of the similarities and differences that you notice between Saudi people and the North American
the similar
people?
thing, that the sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the difference is, the culture. It was, to be honest, it was hard and difficult for me in the beginning when I joined. Let's talk about Dahran Hills School, because the DDCC, all our teachers Saudis, you know that, yeah.
Yeah.
So here I am the only Saudi, and when I joined this Dhahran Hills School, it was in summer, so no one in the school,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's a different environment, the first time, first experience for me as a teacher here, to teach in AES, as an Arabic language teacher, different students too, because they are from several countries, yeah. In the beginning, I want to feel respect, and I worked hard to let them accept me as Maryam, not as a Saudi, or not. We are not talking about culture, religion, or no, as Maryam, as a person, So then, when they love me, they will accept me and respect me, yeah. And this is the way that how I deal with my students, yeah. If you build a good relationship with your students or people, they will gonna love you and feel comfortable with you, Now, I can say I feel that the teachers here are my family, honestly, yeah, 100%, and I have a great relationships with each of, yeah, of them. So I'm so glad and grateful for this, it's different when I start last year, and now this is the second year for me here in Dhahran Hills School. But it was very hard in the beginning, because some teachers, they don't say hi or good morning to me, because I'm Saudi, I'm a woman, because this is, in Arabic we said haram. Oh,
Right,
we
right.
don't say. I said no, it's okay. And one day I invited one of a teacher to coffee, and he surprised, He said, "Oh, is it okay?" I said, "Yeah, it's okay. We drink coffee together and chat, Yeah, it's okay." And he said, "That's why I never said good morning to you, because you are woman and you are Saudi. I don't know if it's okay in your culture, if it's different. Yeah, maybe he's a
Yeah.
Right.
traditional, or I don't know." And then I explained that for him, and he understood. I know they are living in Saudi Arabia, but maybe they don't have contact Saudi people, maybe here, especially here in the camp. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's why maybe.
What are some ways that expats could connect better with Saudi culture? I think sometimes
Yeah.
we don't know how to.
Yeah.
We don't want to be
Mhm.
disrespectful.
You know what? Just be yourself and understand them. We have to understand each other. That's it.
Right.
So if you understand us, we'll understand you, and everything will be fine. And just be yourself. Yeah, and clear. Yeah, because I here in the school, I never change. This is Maryam. At school, at the gym, at home. This is Maryam, the same person.
Right. And
Yeah.
do you know of any ways that we could kind of connect? Because I can't go to the mall and be like,
Ah.
"Hey, I'm trying to connect.
Yeah.
Anybody want to connect? Anybody? I can't."
Yeah.
That would be kind of difficult. So how could
It,
I
it,
connect to the culture? Do you know any
y-
specific ways?
you can use social media. That's what
Oh,
I do now. If I wanna, because I know people from America, Canada, Thailand, social media. I don't want to say which application, because they will. Is it okay to say
I think so. We're not that
yeah.
big yet.
Facebook? Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook. But you know what? Saudi people, they don't use the Facebook.
Mm,
We are with Instagram and Twitter.
mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
but I use Facebook because you use Facebook. Yeah, must. Yeah, that's why. No one, no Saudi with me in Facebook. All my friends except, yeah. So this is, but for me, in my opinion, this is the way yeah, uh, social media. If you are living in the camp, or in area that you don't have the chance to meet Saudi people or friends, so you can use social media. Yeah, like.
So, Miriam,
Mhm.
do you live on the camp?
No, 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 out of the camp. Yeah,
And you live
yeah,
with your family?
yeah, with my parents, my dad and mom. I'm the only one here. All my sisters and brothers in
Mhm.
Dubai. I'm the only here.
Do you have a far drive, or do you just live in Dammam?
No, and the mom, but it's 17 minutes far,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah, yeah,
And do you
17 minutes.
drive?
Yeah, I am.
Good for you.
Yeah, good.
How did you get to work before women were driving?
Driver, we have driver.
Uh,
Yeah, at home. Yeah, so
do you like driving?
yeah, but sometimes I miss the old day. Yeah, to play with my phone, to check my, emails, sit in the back seat and, shoot a video with songs. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. But I don't have a driver now, so I have to drive. Yeah.
Do
But
most of
you feel like a queen
sure.
when you have a driver and you sit in the back. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't feel this anymore now.
Do most of your girlfriends have their licenses?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them. Yeah. When they allow us to drive, we were, excited about it. I was a little bit nervous, because I haven't tried that. Even in Dubai, my sisters they asked me to try. I said no, I can't. But then I tried it here.
What has made you stay in Saudi Arabia? You said all of your
Yeah.
siblings
Because
are in Dubai.
because I love simple life here. It's different than, Dubai, I mean. I asked my sister when she moved to a new house, who's your neighbor? She said, I don't know them. And
Uh,
here in Saudi, we know each other. Even in
right.
Ramadan, we send each other food. But in Dubai, different life. This is the reason.
So do you think you will stay in Saudi for the
I,
rest of
I
your
think
days?
even I think, yeah, but my youngest sister, she moved to Dubai before 3 years because she got married from Dubai.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
know if I get married from. This is not in my mind now.
How
Yeah.
old are you, Miriam?
34.
Are you okay with us putting that
Yeah,
on the
34.
podcast?
Yeah, 34. But I look because I look youngest. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, yeah.
Say that in the podcast now
Yeah.
because they don't know. We repeat. We repeat. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah. So I'm 34. Yeah, 34.
So you live with your parents.
Yes.
Tell me about your mom and your dad.
My dad was working in Dammam port. My mother, she is, if you meet my mother, you will say she looks like a principal or teacher, but she's not. Yeah, yeah, she had her experience in life, but yeah, nothing to do now. And I am a teacher. This is we are three at home, so our home is quiet and
Is your dad retired or is
yeah,
he
he
still?
is. Yeah, before maybe I think 10 years.
Oh,
My dad is 70 years old.
yeah.
Yeah, and my
Great.
mom 65 or 4. Yeah, but she looks young. This is another reason. I don't want to leave them here. When you
Right.
ask me about moving to Dubai, yeah, I don't want to leave them because I know that my mom and dad they don't want to move to Dubai. Especially my mom, she's she's from Dubai, but she doesn't want. She said I spent all my life here in Saudi Arabia, and she had her friends and
How do they fill their days? Like, what are their hobbies? And
my mom shopping. She loves shopping, cooking. Yeah, and my dad he spent most of his time with his friends. Yeah, but he doesn't have a business or something to do. Yet they enjoy their time. Relaxation and
One of my favorite things is cooking. And anytime you mention
oh
food, I'm
yeah
there. So when you talk about your mom
yeah
cooking,
she
what are a couple of staple meals that
Mm.
you consistently have? And what are your
uh,
mom's maybe best meal?
kapsa. Kapsa, yeah, it's rice and chicken. I love kapsa, and I don't like cooking. I know some of, but I don't like. This is not, my favorite things to do at home. I like to clean. If you ask me to clean or wash dishes, it's okay for me. But cooking, no. My mother said cooking is easier than cleaning, but for me, no.
Tell me about your traveling experiences. Like, where have you been? Where have you traveled
Oh,
to?
can say Australia,
Ooh.
Malaysia, Thailand, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon. Okay. Filipino. What else? Oman, Qatar, Bahrain. Of course, United UAE, Moscow,
Oh, cool.
Oh,
You've
German,
been.
German.
You've
Pa-
traveled
Paris.
extensively.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
And you know what? I learn English from traveling.
really.
Yeah, not from school or teacher.
Wow.
That's amazing because I've also traveled places and I find it hard to learn a language because I'm
Yeah.
not interacting. Like, how did you learn English?
Because you know, in the past we went to the UK. My uncle was living there for 5 years in the UK, and when we go in summer, we stayed there for 3 months, 4 months, because I was student, and at our Saudi schools we have 3 months vacation. So
Yeah.
yeah, I stayed there with my uncle, and I learned English from because you have to learn because you are living there. They don't speak Arabic, and I only speak Arabic. And then I learned Turkish. I speak Turkish
Wow.
now.
Really?
Yeah, because I love Turkish songs. I love to sing. I want to understand what they are saying in the song. Because when they are crying, why she's crying, why she's yeah. And then I with my friend. He's from Turkey, yeah, and he speaks Arabic too. And now I'm learning with him now. I went to Turkey, yeah, too. I forgot to say I traveled. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's on your bucket list of places you want to travel to?
The United States. Yeah, yeah. But I maybe California, and because my friends are living there, I know this is not the best place there, yeah. but,
Maybe.
but my friends invite me and said it's amazing, so I that's why. Yeah. But my nephew went to Los Angeles and to Texas, and he said it's amazing place. We talked about boxing and the things that I love to do in life, yeah. And we talked about coffee too, and I'm also passionate about volunteerism. This is if you let me, or you give me a chance to share it with you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where do you volunteer?
yeah, cancer societies, schools, hospitals. Yeah, and every Tuesday now. But we stopped this because I have boxing. Maybe I return back after a month. Every Tuesday we have an activity for children. Okay, in El Rashid Mall, we read a story and play a game with them. So we make for them a plan every week with activities. And as a volunteer, I work as a volunteer, yeah. And we receive about 100 kids. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
big number, from 4 years old to 12 years old. Yeah, these are the ages. Yeah, and I have to work, for example, this week for only 4 years old. So we have groups, you work only with the group, yeah, with 4 years old or 9 or 12, like that. Yeah. Hmm. This is
Mm.
every week, and it's for free. Parents or family don't have to pay for these activities. Yeah.
What do you think is the reason you love to volunteer? What is
Mm.
it about you that loves volunteering?
Uh, because I help people. I feel because I started volunteering, with Cancer Society before 7 years or 8 years. Yeah. And if we talk about volunteering, I would like to point out that most people are just concerned with how the volunteering experience looks on their resume. This is very wrong. If you are volunteering to do something, then you should want to do that something. Um, don't approach volunteering with selfish desires. You should be doing because you liked it. So that's why you are volunteering. It's in the word. And well, if you ask yourself, what if I feel like I'm being forced to volunteer? I can advise anyone who listens to us now. If you ever find yourself feeling this way, you need to take a step back and reevaluate yourself. So ask yourself, what if you were in the position of the person who experiences the most impact to the problem? What if you were disabled person and someone didn't want to volunteer to come help you? How would you, or sorry, how would it make you feel to know someone doesn't want to help you? So we should be more understanding of the need for volunteering for social, because by thinking about how it makes the another person feel. So this is why volunteering is important in my life.
If someone wants to volunteer and be active in the volunteering circle, How can they get started?
Yeah, first, now you have to contact the societies or companies. It's not easy like before, so it's all online. So you have to contact, look at the social media, and you email them, and then we're gonna respond. This is the way now, because now in Saudi universities they ask you to volunteer. You should do it before you graduate. You have to hold or take 8 hours in the trimester as a volunteer. Yeah, this is in our now curriculum or something before graduation.
Could you name some of the societies?
Yeah,
Um,
you have ITHRA, you have Cancer Saudi Cancer Society, Senate Society. With children, they work with children, and our team, Kanyama. This is my team, Kanyama. And you know, all the three first I mentioned now, both English and Arabic, except Kanyama, it's in Arabic only for Arabic
okay.
speaker.
And
Yeah.
the one before Kenyama, the Saudiet Society,
Yeah, Saudi Cancer Society. Yeah.
and then there
And
was one after that.
ITHRA, Saudi Cancer Society, and Senate. And they ask for English and Arabic speakers. Yeah. Yeah.
Senate.
Yeah. Yeah. And we go to the hospitals, especially in Eid and Ramadan. We give them gifts. We read a story for them, you know. Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. I think there are
And
people.
it's easy for me because I'm a teacher, you know, I can deal with kids and yeah.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people on camp as well that would love to have the opportunity to volunteer because previously we talked about connecting. And I think
Yeah.
nothing connects you more than working together for something that you believe in. So,
So
uh,
yeah, that's why make sure you volunteer for something you are really passionate about. And if it doesn't feel right for you, think of it as a new learning experience. It might make you feel better about yourself, and helping always does.
So, what has motivated you to become a teacher?
You know, the decision came when I was working as an administrative assistant at a private school. Yeah, speaking honestly, I wasn't particularly sure what I should do with my life when I was 22 years old. Back then, I worked as an administrative assistant here at a private school in Dhahran. Then my principal, yeah, recommended that career path because of my skills and abilities. So one day, she came into my office and directly asked, Maryam, why don't you be a teacher? I can see how students love you and how you deal with kids. You are overqualified as well as you hold a degree that allows you to work as a teacher. Yeah, because I hold the certificate. I said I can't do it because I don't see myself as a teacher. And she
sure.
said, yeah, she said, give it a try. Go into KG class or first grade and imagine that you are a teacher and these are your students. And look how you will feel. And I said, without their teacher? She said, yeah, without their teacher, only you and students. I said, how? I stay in the classroom with the students. I can't do it. She said, you can do it. And she encouraged me. Yeah. Truth be told, I enjoyed that experience and I believed in myself as a teacher. And I loved that age. I mean, kindergarten. And after a month, I received an email from the Ministry of Education that my name came up and they want me to be a teacher. They have to test me first and attend a class to see if I am okay with that or not. Then they give me the okay or the approval. You know, to be this is the way to be a teacher here in the private school. I mean, Saudi Arabia, different than SAES. You know, and they came like 5 or 6 yeah, principal teachers, you know, I was nervous, you know, after 3 months of teaching. I forgot to share that I taught for 3 months first, like training, you know, 3 months. At the third month they came to observe me, and the third month, yeah. And then after the class, you know what one of them said? She asked me, you teach for 4 years or 5 years?
Really?
Yeah.
I said, it's only 3 months. She said, no, you looks like you have an experience not less than 5 years. And they said, okay, you are a teacher now.
Really?
So this is, I didn't think about it, never, you know. Because I always say, I don't believe in myself. I can't do it. It's hard to be a teacher. It's hard to deal with the kids. Yeah. Then I start this in 2013. It was
Uh,
in 2013 as a teacher, as a homeroom teacher with with kindergarten. Then I moved to first grade. then second grade, then 2 years old at the daycare Daran daycare center. Now I'm back with elementary.
So you were encouraged by other people to become a teacher.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
maybe I need someone to push me or to. I because when they ask me, Maryam, you hold the certificate, yeah, you hold the degree. Why you
Yeah.
study? Why you did this in the university? And then he said, I don't want to be a teacher. I said, I don't know, because I don't know what I. Sometimes, yeah, at that time, yeah, I don't know what I want in the future. Even the administrative assistant position, I got it by a chance, because my friend was working in the school, and she said, Maryam, I'm leaving to the United States to study her master, and she said, they asked me to bring someone to cover my position or my place, and I recommend that you can do it. I said, no. She said, you are staying home after graduation. What are you doing? Only volunteering? Go and work. I said, okay, let's try. And I worked as administrative assistant. It wasn't in my mind to work. Yeah, just volunteering. But volunteer helped me a lot because it's good for my experience. I can, yeah, speak in front of people. I can deal with kids with different age.
Oh, great.
Yeah. But about joining SAES, my mother was the reason. If we go back and talk about my mother illness was the reason to join SAES. On March 18th, 2018, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. Mhm. And it was a shock to us as a family. And we chose to start the first stage of treatment outside the kingdom. So my mother traveled with my sister to Thailand. Yeah, I want to go with them that time, but my sisters asked me to stay here because my mother will need me, or will need my support and help in the next stage of therapy. Yeah, like chemo, radiation, And I sat here and waited for 6 weeks, during which my mother underwent two operations in Thailand, and then returned to the kingdom to start the radiotherapy and chemo. And at that time, um, sorry, because we talk about, you can't turn that page. Yeah, it's happened from 2018, but because I asked the principal for a month's leave. I need a month to be with my mom, to stay with her, and I could be with her, but the request was rejected. And I was told that we are at the end of the trimester, and your student need you, so you have to be here, Maryam. I said, now my mom needs me more than ever before, and more than anyone else. So I submitted my resignation. I said, okay, goodbye. And then I left the school. But you know what? I was called to the principal's office, and she told me that she is sorry for what happened with my mother, and I have to be with her. So the leave request was approved. No, I said, it's too late. You were my family, but something broke. Or it's not broken. You are just not using it right. Because they are my family, and they know what happened with my mother. They should, support me and said, yes, Maryam, you have to stay. They know that I'm the only one here. No sisters, no brothers. After 7 years at this school, we are work as a family. You are, and this is another principal, not the first one who encouraged me to be a teacher. Yeah, this is another one. The first one, she is, I call her mom, my mother, because yeah, but this is another principal. We start the radiation first, radiotherapy for a month, then chemo for a month. The third month we finished after 2 months, and then I have to think about work. What should I do? I have experience in teaching for 7 years in this private school, so I have to apply my resume to any, I don't know, company or schools, I don't know. So then I got 4 offers from big company and schools. Then I chose SAES, but I was between ITHRA and SAES. because I love ITRA. I was working with them and as a volunteer, and they said you will gonna work at the Knowledge Tower, and it was a
Yeah.
great position for me. It's close to teaching, so yeah, and programs, something like that. It was between this and teacher as SAES. I was thinking, what should I choose? I don't know. SAES, it's a new environment. I don't know, but ITRA, it's like home. Maybe I go with ITRA. Then my friend Fahad, he's working at Aramco. He said, no, Maryam, go with SAES. I said, because you are an Aramco. he said, no, Maryam, for your future, for your future. If you go with SAES, you will find say future. It's better than ITRA, Maryam. And he talked about HR, and because he have experience in this thing, and he said you are a teacher, keep doing this, and blah blah blah. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna try. And the first interview, I didn't go to the first interview. I with the SAES at a teacher at DDCC. You know why? Because I lost my phone.
Oh, no.
Wait, wait,
Really?
wait! And they call me. It's off, off, off. Okay, I went to the store. It's mobile store. Okay, it's close to our house, and I got another SIM card because I have to receive call from them. Because I was in my way to the interview. Okay, but I don't know what happened. Maybe when I go to the market, I lost my phone. I don't know what, and it was a new phone. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have it for my birthday, from my mother. So, and it's expensive. That's why I was crying that day. And I received a call from the employee from Aramco. His name is Khalid. No, he was American first. I don't remember what his name. And he said, Maryam al-Belushi. I said, yes, Maryam. We tried to call you, but your phone is. I said, yes, because I lost my phone. He said, okay, we are waiting for you. I said, no, I'm not gonna come. I'm not coming. He said, I was like a child. I don't know what I did this. Why I did that. I don't know why. I was crying. He said, okay, Maryam, this is important interview. This is your future. I said, no, but the time. He said, okay, we are fine. We can wait for you until 30 minutes. Come.
Really?
This is a chance, opportunity for you. I said, I can't. No, I can't. And I went home, you know what? With my tears. I was thinking about the phone. When I returned back home, my mother said, why you didn't go? I said, I can't because I'm crying now. How can I do this interview? I don't want to do it. I don't. She said, my mother, what was angry, and was she said, this is your future. You are not a child. You are. I don't know. I said, no, I don't want. And then I stay home, and my friend Fahad told me, Maryam, they will not gonna call you back because you said I don't want to come because of my phone. This is not a big deal. This is not a reason, especially with Aramco. Yeah, you're gonna work as a teacher. Where is the responsibility if you
Oh,
don't go to the
really?
interview? Yeah, how they will not? I said okay, خلاص. Maybe I get another offer. We'll wait. Okay, and then after 2 weeks, I received a call. Okay, because I apply my resume to more than one company, so I don't know who's that. He said, Maryam Belushi. I said, yes. You have an interview next week. We're gonna send you an email, but if you say okay first. I said, what's the position? He said, teacher at he didn't mention DDCC. He said SAES. I said, where in SAES? He said DDCC, Bahrain Daycare Center. I said, I received the same. He said, you are Maryam, the one who lost her phone, yeah? Oh my God, no. He remembered me. This is Saudi. Khalid, isn't it? I said, yes. Okay, you have an opportunity. You can come next week. It's
Oh,
like
man.
how they call me back. I said I don't want to come because of my phone. So how they trust me to work as a teacher if I cry because and I said no for them, yeah. But he said we give you a chance and you can come next Thursday. And then I went there and I met Victor Chavez and Brad Goth.
It was meant to be.
But it was
Indeed.
crazy, yeah. And no one believed that. How they call you back? Why? I said maybe because of my mother prayers. Because I give a lot. I give for 3 months. It was very very hard for me to stay with no work, no job. support with my heart broke because of what happened with my principal and the teachers. They didn't support me. So it's a lot of things in the same time. That's why it was hard for me. Then I got this opportunity and I joined SAES. But in my mind, I said, okay, if they're gonna say no, or they will not gonna call me back, maybe I go to ITRA. Yeah. But I was waiting for SAES because I put it in my mind. Yeah, I want to explore this world. I want to, yeah, get this chance and teach in this school. Yeah, because I was,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
because I asked my friends about SAES, and I was looking in the internet and Google about it, and and I'm curious about it. That's why I put it in my mind. I said no, now I want SAES, not ITHRA. So I was waiting for 2 weeks, and then I get the call and the interview.
Well, we're so glad that it worked out. We're glad that you said yes, and I think it was meant to be that you needed to be here.
It was like a lesson for me. I'm not gonna do this more. Yeah, if I get opportunity, I'm gonna say yes. I'm not gonna think about fun or money or something like that. Yeah, it's not a big thing to think about it. And I don't know how I said that for the HR, that I can't come because I lost my phone. So that's why I said they were not gonna call me back. She is a child. She's not a teacher. She's crying because she lost her phone. Yeah. So I don't know, but maybe they said no, she had something to do, she is a great teacher, or maybe they looked to my CV, or I don't know, maybe experience.
Or maybe because they heard about how hard you could punch and they were nervous.
Maybe, but I'm glad that I'm here at SAES. I really love my job and my students, so I call them my kids. They are my friends, not my students.
All right. It's been awesome.
I believe in my heart that you offering your openness is breaking down barriers and helping us all see each other. And I just so appreciate your willingness to do this.
Thank you, thank you. It was amazing, and I enjoyed the time with you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Just to Know You.
We would like to thank our amazing tech man, Mr. Kent Arimura, Sterling McDonald for the podcast music, and the SAES community. See you next time.
If you know anyone who you think has a great story to tell, we would love to hear about it. Please send an email to either Angela, Darian, or Kent.